Hi, this is Josh with Resort TV 1, and today we're at Universal Studios Orlando, and we've got our new Smove Pro, and we're going to give you some tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your Smove Pro if you get one. We hope you enjoy the video. So before you even turn the Smove on, you want to make sure the first thing is that the phone is to the left of the tilt axis, and this is the tilt axis, this is the roll axis here in the back, and this is the pan axis here on the bottom closest to the handle. So before you even turn it on, you need to make sure that the Smove is to the left of the tilt axis. To turn it on, you're going to push the power button once short, and then once for about 3 seconds. The green light will flash, and then the green light on the left will light up like this, and you'll see that it's on. And so it should already be leveled on its own. So when you first turn it on, there's a few things you should know about the modes of the Smove Pro. But before I talk to you about that, the way that the Smove Pro is going to face in the first mode, mode 1, follow mode, is basically where this pan axis, where this top of the unit is pointed. If I point it up, the Smove will gradually go up. If I point it down, the Smove will gradually go down. If I point it to the left or to the right, the Smove will go that direction. So you have to get used to making sure that you pay attention to which way the buttons are facing and which way this pan axis is facing as well. Now the next thing you want to know about this is the 3 modes. Mode 1 is the most common mode, and that's where I'm in right now, and that's full follow. And what that means is the tilt axis here and the pan axis here will follow you from left to right or up and down, depending on where you put the phone itself. So mode 2, you push the mode button once to get to mode 2, and now you'll see the light turns blue on the left right here. And mode 2 will follow you in the pan axis right here. It'll turn left and right, but the tilt axis here is locked. So it actually won't follow you up and down. It'll actually just stay really consistent up and down. So whatever I was pointed at before, if I turn my camera on here, whatever I was pointed at before, which in this case is the wall, it stays pretty consistent on that wall there. So you can really stay consistent on that to film that area if that's what you want to do. Now mode 3, push the mode button one more time. Mode 3 is a full lock. So the cool thing about that is if I turn left and right or up and down, it pretty much stays consistent on the same thing right there, that wall. And you'll see that the light right here is red, which indicates a full lock. So mode 1, the light is green over here. Mode 2, the light is blue. And mode 3, full lock, the light is red. This is really useful if you just want to stay locked on one thing, and if you move your hand a little bit, it might move a little bit, but it hardly jostles at all, and this will allow you to shoot something without worrying about if your hand's going to shake or not. So that's a really cool feature that the Smove Pro has, and it's able to do that because unlike the regular Smove, it has 3 axes, and so it can lock all 3 axes to keep your filming very smooth. Another thing I noticed as I was using my Smove Pro for the first few days here is that I tended to point it down just a little bit, and so I was looking more at the ground than I was supposed to. So make sure you keep the unit pointed up if you're in full follow mode, which is the easiest mode to use to me. Make sure you keep it up because now I'm pointed at the buildings across the way, and that's what I want to point at. But if I'm not paying attention, all of a sudden I'm on the sidewalk and I'm on the grass and I'm not getting what I want. Another thing is when you're holding the unit, it does a really good job of stabilizing. So if I shake just a little bit, it's going to stabilize it really nicely. However, make sure that you don't hold it too tight because you can get some jitters that way that there's no way that any stabilizer could ever correct. Relax your hand and just hold it in a relaxed fashion, and just let your arm be as loose as possible and your wrist and your hand be as loose as possible as you hold it. And then as you walk, make sure that you walk smoothly and not too fast, and you'll see that it stays really well focused on the path ahead when I do that. So another cool thing about the Smove Pro is it has this joystick right here, and it allows you to tilt the Smove up or down, and you can pan left or right. And actually you can set the directions which way it goes in the Smove Pro app. So if you want it to invert and you want it to go push down to go up or up to go down or whatever you want it to do, you can change that within the Smove Pro app itself. So that's something you want to check out as well. But the actual joystick is not as useful in mode 1 because if you want to just change it in mode 1, you can just tilt the Smove Pro wherever you want to go, and that's a lot easier to me than using the joystick. However, the joystick is really cool if you go into mode 2. I go into mode 2, now my tilt axis is locked and I'm looking at that building like I want to. But say I didn't want to look at the building, say I wanted to focus more on the water. So I can push down on the joystick and it will still tilt down, and I'll point at the rocks and also the water. And it does that, and now once I'm locked on that, it'll stay locked on that. Or if I want to point up more towards the sky, it'll stay locked up there. So I can use the joystick to reposition it once I've gotten it locked. So you don't have to perfectly lock it in place. Now the mode 2 will allow me to pan left or right with just twisting the Smove Pro. So now if I go to mode 3, that's full lock on this building over here. But say I don't want to focus on the building, say I want to look over here at the universal sign over here, I can actually twist it left with the joystick. So that really helps that I'm able to do that. Now it still stays locked on wherever I just was. So I can twist over here back towards the building, or I can go up or down. But then wherever I stay with the joystick is where the Smove Pro keeps the phone aimed. So that's really a nice feature. You don't actually have to change modes again to get it to go back to where you want it to go. You can just use the joystick to reposition the phone where you want it to face. So another important tip that you need to know when you first get your Smove is how to calibrate it, because you need to calibrate it for the area of the world or of the country that you're in. So the first thing you want to do is have your Smove on and have the phone in the Smove. That's really important. The phone needs to be in there, or action camera, whatever you're using, and the Smove needs to be on, so you've got your green lights down here. So once all that is good, then what you're going to do is you're going to actually hold the portrait mode button right here. But before you do that, you want to hold the tilt axis, because the phone's going to drop. So you don't, I never let it drop that. I like to make sure it's smooth. So I hold the portrait mode button until the phone drops. Okay, now it's dropped, now it's loose. Now I'm going to lay it like this, and I'm on a table here. I'm on a flat surface, and the Smove is diagonal like this. The buttons are facing me. So now to start calibration mode, I'm going to push the portrait mode one more time. Now watch your blue light here. It's going to flash really fast. And when it starts flashing really fast, that means that it's calibrated. Sometimes it might take a few seconds. So you might want to let it sit there at least 10 seconds. But when that blue light starts flashing really fast, now you know it's calibrated. So all you have to do when it's done is push the power button short once, and then long for about 3 seconds, and then all the lights will turn off. Now it's calibrated. And one more thing to know before you even use the Smove at all is you want to make sure the battery is fully charged, because if you don't charge the battery fully, it will do some really, really weird things. So you want to make sure that the battery's fully charged before you use it for the first time. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you found some useful tips in this Smove Pro video. And as you can see from the Back to the Future DeLorean here, we are out of time. So that's all for now. We hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give us a like and a comment. And if you have a question, leave a comment as well. And if you want to get a Smove Pro, it's www.smovepro.com, and you can check out how you can get a Smove Pro for yourself. They're amazing devices, and they really help your videos to be stable and look professional. So, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Now that you've finished watching this video, be sure that you're subscribed so that you can get all of the latest updates. Also, check out some other great videos on our channel. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.